new dangerous trend has emerged, garnering widespread attention on social media platforms. They're calling it death diving. Originating from Norway, adrenaline junkies are now becoming overnight viral sensations.
Let's go, bro. You got it. Let's go.
Medical professionals warn against participating in the sport. There is a high risk of potential spinal injuries, bone fractures, and concussion. This sport is every parent's worst nightmare.
Three years ago, I stumbled upon a viral video that left me both exhilarated and terrified. It was a death diving clip. With a name like death diving, it was evident that the sport comes with inherent risks. So we've travelled halfway across the world to Norway.
We made it. Oslo.
To seek out the daredevils behind this viral sensation, hoping to discover what drives them to risk it all.
Yeah, bro. Welcome to Norway. Tre, to, yeah.
Death diving, or duts as we say here in Norway, it's kind of really easy. You jump out in a belly flop position, and as absolutely late as possible, you tuck into like a ball or a shrimp or a no-hander. If the audience doesn't know if you did a belly flop or duts, then you have the perfect duts.
Nope. I can't even see myself doing that. You must be out your mind.
To kickstart our journey, we decided to venture into the woods in search of Ken Storns, one of the more prominent figures in the sport.
I need to do things that's hard, or at least scares me once in a while. Unless I do that, I get depressed. I didn't ever intend to do a lot of dusting like I do now. In 2019, I needed something to do. I felt like, shit, I can't just sit at home and play video games. I gotta do something. So I went out and started ice bathing, and I started jumping in the water and stuff like that. And that's where I got to this place with death diving. Death diving has been like this thing I feel I can improve a lot in. And just waking up, having that purpose every day. I had that goal where I was gonna become really good in this one thing. And it helps me forget a lot about everything else. I mean, you have this fire and burning. So it feels like a happy life when you have a passion for something. And death diving, well, it's just helps me a lot there. Before you jump, you don't necessarily want to jump. When you have left like the cliff, there's no turning back. You gotta enjoy it. A lot of people say it feels like freedom, but for me it's like more like a concentration thing. I am 100% focused when I'm in the air. It's like a few seconds of pure focus, and I really like that.
My goals for death diving is like my biggest goal has to be to win the world championship.
Meet Herman, the death diving wonder kid who's taken over social media. Herman has gained upwards of 250,000 followers in less than a year, and it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
I've been on the world championship in Frognerbadet and watched that a few times. I was like, this might be something for me. And this looks super cool.
And how old were you?
Around 7 years old, so maybe like 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Yeah. I took it more seriously last year though.
I don't understand how an 11-year-old kid can have so much attitude in the air. You should see him when he stands on top of the platform. He's so focused, he looks so strong. His family has actually been traveling all around so he can do the different Dutch competitions. And the mom is so proud when he's been on the podium. He's 11. I think there's like a few of these kids now that are like Herman, you know, and they're dangerous. So the older guys have to watch out.
So I definitely do think that like more kids my age will start with it, because like it's just so great, because you're getting like so welcome, you're feeling so welcome, and everyone's just being so nice to you. That feeling when you're like getting in new tricks, it's just a great feeling. Just gives you a adrenaline rush.
Although clearly very talented, I still wanted to understand more about how Herman became so viral. So I sat down with his father Jorgen, who runs Herman's social media.
It looks very painful, right? So as a father, you kind of think, do I really want to encourage this? I think every kid and every grown-up has been on a platform and had the thought, can I jump? Should I jump? Will I dare to jump? And I think that's a very unifying thing. And you can relate to it if you're 5 years old and you're thinking of jumping from 1 meter, and you can relate to it when you're 40-something year old and you're at 7.5 meters. You share that. This summer, after the Copenhagen competition, we created an Instagram profile that me and Kristin, Herman's mother, manage. So our thought was that he would sort of get his friend, some of the in the Dutch community to share some, upload some videos and have a few likes. But it kind of exploded this summer, so we were caught a bit off guard, actually. So we do get a bit of reactions sometimes. Mostly, of course, social media, where there's no filter. You can get quite harsh comments. We tend to think they don't know our son. They don't really know the story. And also, if they're thinking about their own kid, who might be a gamer who's never really done athletics at all, if they're thinking about that kid jumping off 15-meter cliff, of course they will end up in a hospital. But Herman is not that kid, and he's been doing other things, prioritizing other things, and that's why he is doing that.
Still, I wanted to find out what else inspired him.
How long have you been doing art for?
I think I've been doing like art for my whole life, actually. But I find it like as an easy way to relax, because it's like it's completely different to the diving, and that's like it's good with some variations.
Who's your favorite dodser?
And my favorite dodser is Emil.
No, that is not Zac Efron. This is Emil Liebeck, 2020 world champion and death diving's resident pretty boy.
Well, I love Herman. He's such a nice kid, and he just gets it, Oh, the young kids getting into it now. When they get older now, it's gonna be like a new generation. I started dusting when I was like 23 years old, and they're starting when they're 9 now. So they're gonna get crazy good in a couple of years, I love to teach kids and like the younger generation how to dutch, because it's what I love. I want to share that like passion with them and kind of like want them to get the same feeling as I get when I like try a new trick and land it, and having the mental struggle and like overcoming it.
Welcome to Bergen.
It started off like a wanted project to bring troubled kids in to build like a community and just build themselves up and finding an arena they can shine. So together with like Bergen and my commune, we started this project where we just want kids to go and have fun and just doing other stuff than hanging around the corners and stuff. It's huge span and so much fun, like seeing how they shine and how much they grow under this sport. This one kid who came from like a troubled home and lived with like foster parents, and he was constantly skipping school and had really poor grades. And we brought him in here and like put him into some boundaries and teach him to Dutch and like interact with all the other kids. And now it's just live for the Dutch. He started to go to school and his grades been improving, and it's crazy how I can have an impact in someone's life for the better.
It's all about just teach them to be free and just have fun and just don't have any boundaries, just go for it.
Does it make you proud when someone finally lands a really good time?
Yeah.
Or fail. I think you're proud of it as well.
Yeah.
The future of Dutch, it's hard to say. I think Dutch will become really big. I think it will be a worldwide phenomenon. One day we'll be at the Olympics.
To be honest, it's been growing so fast these couple of years, and I think it's gonna keep rolling on. Now it hit America, it hit more into Europe and stuff, and it's just gonna spread, and we're gonna see Dutch from all places around the world. You know, and like, when you get that, it's gonna be taken more and more serious.
My goals for death diving, like my dream goal, would be to win the World Championship, and that the death diving becomes an Olympic sport. That would be really great.
So win the championship and then win the gold medal.
Yeah, that would be insane.
If Herman made it to the Olympics, would you still drive him there?
I will for sure travel with him. I'm pretty sure that if we went to the Olympics, we'd go the whole family. So I think it's still a while until we're there. But it's luckily for now, the World Championship is literally 6 minutes by train away. So.
Do you think that if I did a 10-meter dodge in Norway, I'd get a girlfriend?
No.